fine.
Can it pick up any audio from us right now?
Very little, but not literally minute.
It was 20 minutes, alright.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Honestly, I think Winchester's gonna kind of crush them.
Okay. I'm told that. Whatever they gotta do, they just go on. Let's do it.
Got a hunger burning inside me, satisfied by just one thing. So I run to the phone and dial the number for Pizza King. I'm gonna ring the king. The king delivers. I'm gonna ring the king. An incredibly delicious royal beef pizza on the best crust you ever tasted. Ring the king. Pizza King.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The legacy I want to leave behind is a better world. My father was in the Army, my grandfather was in Vietnam, my uncle was in Vietnam. It's just in my blood. It's amazing. It's a beautiful thing once you look at it and see the bigger picture of it all. I just feel like we don't have enough people who want to step up and lead anymore. That's how I try to live my everyday life. I try to just help young people. That's our future. And so if we can build them up at a young age, it's their world at that point. I just want this world to be better than what I came into. The legacy I want to leave is just to build young people and to make them stronger, mentally and physically. I'm Private Christian Souffrant. I'm a 92 Yankee Unit Supply Specialist with the Tennessee National Guard.
Sparks Computerized Car Care on West Bethel Avenue in Muncie is your complete auto service and maintenance shop in Muncie. Family owned and operated since 1990 with over 100 years of combined experience. Standard maintenance, tire service, brake repair, engine transmission, and more, Sparks Computerized Car Care will take care of you bumper to bumper. Schedule an appointment online at sparksauto.net. That's sparksauto.net. Sparks Computerized Car Care in Muncie.
pre-dance show 2 minutes ahead and then add?
I think so. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of skimmed that. You didn't send me anything, but I'm fine with that. That's what you want to do.
Might have been the last one.
Yeah.
He said something like 2 minutes before start a pre-dance show, and then after the anthem go to an advertisement, and then before coming back.
I'm cool with that.
Got a hunger burning inside me, satisfied by just one thing. So I run to the phone and dial the number for Pizza King. I'm gonna ring the king. The king delivers. I'm gonna ring the king. An incredibly delicious royal feast pizza on the best crust you ever tasted. Ring the king. Pizza King.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Hello from inside Delta High School, and welcome to Indiana High School basketball. Today's IHSAA girls basketball contest features the home Delta Eagles taking on the visiting Winchester Golden Falcons from Winchester Community High School. I'm Andrew Willett, and you're listening to Zaleski Sports. Today's matchup features two 3A teams that could be a sectional 24 preview, as each of these teams are in that sectional 24. The Delta Eagles come into this one at 2-2 to take on the Winchester Golden Falcons, who come in at 2-1. The keys of the game for Andy Lumen's Delta Eagles team. He said there are three things to do tonight. Control the tempo and the speed of the game. Be patient to get high percentage looks. And he said they have to rebound and limit easy putback points. And for Holly Gutierrez's team, the Golden Falcons, she says it's as simple as this. They must box out and rebound, and they have to have less turnovers. These are two teams coming in to tonight with a couple of highlight players for the Eagles. It's Addie Chester, the junior guard. She has actually committed to the University of Louisville to play soccer, and she is just a great leader for this Eagles ball club. And for the Winchester Golden Falcons, players to look at: number 11, Caitlin Campbell, and number 4, Gina Moore. Campbell, the sophomore guard slash forward, standing at 5'10". She's a captain. Keep your eyes on her. And Gina Moore, the junior guard slash forward, at 5'7". Make sure to keep your eyes out for her. And now for the national anthem. We'll be right back after this break with starters and the opening tip. You're watching Winchester at Delta for Zaleski Sports.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Welcome back to Delta High School. It's Winchester at Delta, an exciting matchup today as we did a possible sectional 24 preview tonight as the Winchester Golden Falcons visit the Delta Eagles. Starting lineups for Delta: number 2, Addie Chester, the junior guard; 15, Abby Roos, the sophomore; number 3, Abigail Bamadelli; number 10, Sydney Strobel; and the freshman down low, the center, number 30, Paisley Cool. For Winchester, it's number 11, Caitlin Campbell. Number 4, Gina Moore. Number 10, Morton Lawrence. Number 23, Nevaeh Lanter. And number 20, Taylor Baker. I would say hoping for a good one, but with 2020, everything that's going on, I'm just happy to be here watching some basketball. Opening tip right around the corner. This is a matchup over the last 15 years that Winchester has gotten the better of, 11-6 over Delta. And their last meeting coming last year, December 4th of 2019, Winchester pulled out a big win back at home, 95-74 over Delta. But both of these teams coming in looking very different. The Delta Eagles losing a couple of 12-plus point per game scorers, and Cassidy Dishman at 12 points per game and 4 assists per game. And Gracie Dillian, who transferred to Westdale, averaging over 13 points a game. Opening tip was won by the Lady Falcons, but they turned it over on the first possession. So now Delta will try and go up against the 1-3-1. Pass ahead off the turnover, and a second consecutive turnover in as many possessions for the Lady Falcons. Roos to control. Zone against it. Looks like an expanded 3-2 zone. Addie Chester tries splitting it, and she does just that. Three-pointer way off for Abby Roos. And so now Winchester will try, and unsuccessfully, to not turn it over as Addie Chester goes the other way. Roos, elbow jumper for Strobel. She gets 2, and those are the first points of the basketball game. 2-0 lead. Just a minute in. Now Winchester will head to the free throw line. So they did not turn it over on this possession. But as I was talking about, both of these teams coming in different from last year. And of course, everything going on, it is a much different year. But for Winchester, things are much different. They lost Maddie Lawrence, the 4-year starter, providing wonderful leadership, and also the all-time leading scorer in Randolph County for both the boys and the girls. She is also a record holder at Winchester for assists, rebounds, and steals. That's truly a massive loss. So adding on to the interesting year for Winchester, losing your top player is definitely going to make things interesting. Elbow jumper, no good. That was cool. And Avadale Bamadelli. She misses the putback, but great effort on the hustle play right there, getting the offensive rebound. Winchester now. Corner 3. No good. Rebound, Chester. She just went for it a little bit harder, and she got the 2 on the other end. Addie Chester puts the Eagles up 4-2, excuse me. And a pretty good start for Andy Lumen's squad. Bamadelli took the lawn 2, no good. Strobel going after the rebound. But Winchester controls, and they get out and run, and they get 2 more. There's Campbell with the bucket. And now we're all knotted up at 4. Strobel, good post move, and able to get the shot to fall. She's got 4. Winchester out and running. Corner 3, Lawrence, no good. It's Baker on the rebound. Great passing underneath, but unable to get the shot to go. And just back-to-back turnovers right there. But Delta will control and try to slow things down. Winchester doing a good job of speeding up the Eagles. But so far that has forced a lot of turnovers. Strobel, an excellent start. She's hit her first 3 shots and she's got 6. 8-4 lead. 3 quick minutes down and over here in the first quarter. Winchester now looking to slow it down themselves. Great steal by Abby Roos. But she turns it over on the other end. And Winchester unable to finish on the break. Rebound to Chester, and there's a foul. So it's on Caitlin Campbell. Campbell picking up her first foul, first team foul. She will head to the bench. Coming in for her is number 14, Reagan Ridden. Cross-court pass, Bamadelli to Roos. Delta moving the ball around. Good drive and kick. Bamadelli gets the elbow, or excuse me, the mid-range J to fall. Winchester, nice and quick all the way up the court. Reagan unable to get it to fall, but another offensive rebound. Winchester doing a good job on the offensive boards. But Delta's defense has been just scrappy enough to not allow them to score. That's a 3 for Abby Roos. Rouse knocking down the win 3. And that is what you would like to see from her. The sophomore. Talked to head coach Andy Lumen beforehand, and he said that she really put in the work this offseason to improve. It was a strange offseason, but that was something that surprised him, and I would say definitely pleasantly surprised him, as now as a sophomore she is in the starting lineup and just knocked down that 3 with lots of confidence. And I said it earlier, but you can't really think of a better start for Andy Lumen's squad. They had a hot start to the season coming into this one, or winning their first 2 games, but then they've lost their last 2. For Winchester, who's got the ball now against the 1-3-1 zone, they turn it over. Chester, drop off, Bamadelli shuffled her feet, and Winchester will speed up the other way. Holly Gutierrez's squad definitely getting out and running. And they are liking that corner 3. Gina Moore knocks it down. Chester up to Rouse. Rouse almost turns it over. Chester, good inside out dribble, and she knocks down the jump shot. Chester coming into this one averaging just over 16 points a game. Really a dynamic athlete. Great rebound by Rouse. Rouse, another confident three, a little long on that one. But another offensive board by the Eagles. Bamadelli unable to get it to fall, but she picks off the steal and pass up to Chester for two more. Foul underneath on Strobel, it looks like, and a second trip to the free throw line for Winchester Community. Winchester Community comes into this one coming off a win. They started their season with a win, but then lost Winchester lost their game at Jay County. A close one, 55-59. They come in off another win, and head coach Holly Gutierrez said they were just trying to focus on themselves. As Lily Lanter misses the free throw. Rouse got the bounce on the three, but it hit the top of the backboard, so that will not count. That was a big one for Rouse. But it goes the other way. Great defense. Their zone is working to perfection, forcing turnovers. But on the other end, a turnover by Addie Chester. Winchester now slowing it down. Delta in a 3-2 zone. They are switching everything in this zone, just taking care of their area. Blocking foul by Bama Delhi. It was Lanter, Nevaeh Lanter on the drive. She drew the foul. 45 seconds to go in the first. Hit back to the corner. The drive by Caitlin Campbell. Campbell misses. Another offensive board down low. Bama Delhi gets another steal. Bama Delhi putting on a great defensive performance so far. 25 seconds. Chester's three. Just short. It was a little bit flat. And Campbell the other way. Lobs it inside. Caught underneath by Taylor Hitz, but she misses the putback. Bama Delhi comes up with another board. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. 5, 4, 3, pull-up jumper. It rattles in. And at the end of the first quarter, it's Addie Chester adding on two more. She's got 8 to go along with Sydney Strobel 6. And the Eagles have a 19-8 lead. You're watching Winchester at Delta for Zaleski Sports.
The legacy I want to leave behind is a better world. My father was in the Army, my grandfather was in Vietnam, my uncle was in Vietnam. It's just in my blood. It's amazing. It's a beautiful thing once you look at it and see the bigger picture of it all. I just feel like we don't have enough people who want to step up and lead anymore. That's how I try to live my everyday life. I try to just help young people. That's our future. And so if we can build them up at a young age, it's their world at that point. I just want this world to be better than what I came into. The legacy I want to leave is just to build young people and to make them stronger, mentally and physically. I'm Private Christian Sufront. I'm a 92 Yankee unit supply specialist with the Tennessee National Guard.
Welcome back. It's second quarter action here at Delta High School. The Delta Eagles have the basketball going up against the Winchester Community High School Golden Falcons. Delta going up against, looks like a 2-3 zone now. Delta comes into this one short-handed as Abby Rouse travels. Another turnover. We've just seen a lot of turnovers from both sides so far in this one. Winchester definitely moving the ball around quick. Great move underneath, and she draws the foul. Lawrence, one of the captains of this team, is only a sophomore. She will head to the free throw line. She'll hit 2 after getting fouled on the layup. That was the 4th foul by Delta. And while they are picking up those fouls in the 3-2 zone, they're also running it very successfully by forcing a lot of turnovers. And that was a lane violation by number 5, Hannah Carter. And so Morton Lawrence will get one more. Lawrence's free throw, no good again, but another offensive board and 2 points. That's Brooklyn Hummel, one of the leaders of this basketball team. She picked up her first 2. Chester, catch and shoot 3. Again, short and a little bit flat. Offensive rebound, but it's another turnover for Delta. And Winchester comes running the other way. Campbell for 2. Campbell's got 6 now. And a quick 4-0 Winchester run out of the second quarter. Winchester still doing what they did well in the first quarter by collecting those offensive rebounds and pushing the pace, but they have had less turnovers so far. Rouse, she'll take a 3. Again, long, but a great offensive rebound. That's the freshman, Hannah Carter. She's unable to get the putback to go. And Winchester got out and running, and there is another turnover. It's like Holly Gutierrez is just telling her squad, get it out and get running. 6:17 to go here in the second quarter. A 7-point lead for Delta as Addie Chester stops and almost turns it over. The deflection by Morton Lawrence. But it will stay with Delta, and they'll take it out along the baseline. It's Bamadelli. Inbound to Strobel, who had a hot start. Her shot off the front of the rim, and rebound, out comes Campbell. Campbell looks to get inside, but it's crowded down there. They retain the basketball. Good Euro by Campbell, but a better rebound by Hannah Carter. And Rouse comes the other way. Chester, the drive and kick. She'll stop and pop from the mid-range jumper, and she gets it to drop. She's got 10 quick points. Winchester now working it into those corners. Step back three-pointer, no good. A little short on that one. Another rebound to Hannah Carter. Hannah Carter, the freshman, getting some of her first action in the ball game because it is a short-handed Delta basketball team. And the turnover leads to a breakout layup the other way. And if you're Andy Lumen, that's not what you like to see from your ball club. That was a turnover and then no one running back on defense. I follow that with a second turnover. Despite the 7-point lead, that was a rough stretch for the Delta Eagles. Taylor Baker taking it up now. Another captain, junior guard. Great defensive play for 2 more. Gina Moore, she's got 5. Chester working against the zone. Her runner won't fall. And quickly up the other way. I believe Winchester has the right idea in moving the ball up the court. But not really what you'd like to see in all of those turnovers. Bamadelli taking it up. Bamadelli, the forward, plays an important role for this Delta squad. She'll take the long 2, no good from the wing. And the rebound for the Lady Falcons. Cross-court pass. Gina Moore on the catch. Another cross-court pass. Definitely an aggressive mindset as they move it to the corner again. They did good enough ball movement like that, and they'll get shots like that. That was some good quality ball movement, and Morgan Lawrence finishes it off with 2. Delta, their lead now down to 3. It's been a very impressive second quarter for Winchester. Good offensive rebound by Bamadelli. And a better decision right there to get it to Carter, who misses the shot. Rebound for Hicks. And down the other way. Good drive and great finish. That makes it a 1-point ball game. That was Morgan Lawrence getting her second bucket of the second quarter. And the Delta lead squandered 19-8 after the first quarter. A 2-12 run. Winchester making it a ball game. 2.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. You've got a Winchester team coming into this one after a 23-4 season this past year. And Holly Gutierrez has really been phenomenal with this program. 109-30 is her record in 6 years here. Looking for win number 110 tonight. She's just had a good, solid program for this Winchester school. Delta out of the timeout. They've got to be looking to continue to force turnovers on one end. And then on this end, they've got to find any semblance of offense. Chester doing a good job driving and kicking. The 3 in and out for Rouse. And they're getting okay looks. They've got to be able to knock down some shots as Campbell's 2 gives the Lady Falcons a lead. And Campbell with 10 in the first half. 1:40 to go here in the second quarter. Bamadelli, good position. Great pass from Strobel, and Bamadelli gets it to go. And we're back and forth here at Delta High School. And just like that, we're back and forth with the turnovers. That's 3 straight by both teams. but Delta finally controls. Good post towards, but better defense by Taylor hits. Running it up. Her shot, no good. Rebound, Bamadelli. Rouse just under a minute to go in the first half. Chester turns it over. A quick pass ahead, Campbell. But Addie Chester playing some great defense and didn't stop. Strobel to Rouse, and Rouse will try to slow things down. But this Winchester team is doing a good job of speeding things up. Chester's three well short. Rebound. Baker, great pass inside. And Chester with 15 seconds. Jump stop, little stop pop, no good. Rebound Campbell. 23-22. We're at 5 seconds left. Inside for two. That's more than Lawrence. Her third basket of the second quarter, and at the end of the second quarter. First half 24-23, Winchester lead over the Delta Eagles. Fast pace and a lot of sloppy play so far. But Winchester heading into the break with a 1-point lead. We're at Delta High School. See you next after the break.
Sparks Computerized Car Care on West Bethel Avenue in Muncie is your complete auto service and maintenance shop in Muncie. Family owned and operated since 1990 with over 100 years of combined experience. Standard maintenance, tire service, brake repair, engine, transmission, and more. Sparks Computerized Car Care will take care of you bumper to bumper. Schedule an appointment online at sparksauto.net. That's sparksauto.net. Sparks Computerized Car Care in Muncie.
One thing, so I run to the phone and dial the number for Pizza King. I'm gonna ring the king. The king delivers. I'm gonna ring the king. An incredibly delicious royal feast pizza on the best crust you ever tasted. Ring the king. Pizza King.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The legacy I want to leave behind is a better world. My father was in the Army, my grandfather was in Vietnam, my uncle was in Vietnam. It's just in my blood. It's amazing. It's a beautiful thing once you look at it and see the bigger picture of it all. I just feel like we don't have enough people who want to step up and lead anymore. That's how I try to live my everyday life. I try to just help young people. That's our future. And so if we can build them up at a young age, it's their world at that point. I just want this world to be better than what I came into. The legacy I want to leave is just to build young people and to make them stronger, mentally and physically. I'm Private Christian Souffrant. I'm a 92 Yankee Unit Supply Specialist with the Tennessee National Guard.
Sparks Computerized Car Care on West Bethel Avenue in Muncie is your complete auto service and maintenance shop in Muncie. Family owned and operated since 1990 with over 100 years of combined experience. Standard maintenance, tire service, brake repair, engine transmission, and more, Sparks Computerized Car Care will take care of you bumper to bumper. Schedule an appointment online at sparksauto.net. That's sparksauto.net. Sparks Computerized Car Care in Muncie.
It's your halftime report for Zalesky Sports. I'm Andrew Willett. So far, it's been a close one between the Delta Eagles and the Winchester Golden Falcons. Winchester with a 1-point halftime advantage. Let's run through a couple of the scorers before we head to another commercial break. Addie Chester, the junior guard, the leader of the Delta Eagles with 10 points. She's leading the team. Abby Rouse, she hit a three-pointer. Abigail Bamadelli with 4 points. And then Sydney Strobel got out to a hot start early in the first quarter with 6, all in that first quarter, to give the Delta Eagles 23 points. And then for Winchester, it's Caitlin Campbell leading the way with 10. Gina Moore, another player to watch, with 5 so far in the ball game. And Morgan Lawrence with 6, another captain. She's playing well. And Brooklyn Hummel will round out the scorers for Winchester with 2. And that gives you the Winchester Golden Falcons 24 going up against the Delta Eagles 23. We'll be back with more action after this. You're watching Zalesky Sports.
I got a hunger burning inside me, satisfied by just one thing. So I run to the phone and dial the number for Pizza King. I'm gonna ring the king. The king delivers. I'm gonna ring the king. An incredibly delicious royal beef pizza on the best crust you ever tasted. Ring the king. Pizza King.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The legacy I want to leave behind is a better world. My father was in the Army, my grandfather was in Vietnam, my uncle was in Vietnam. It's just in my blood. It's amazing. It's a beautiful thing once you look at it and see the bigger picture of it all. I just feel like we don't have enough people who want to step up and lead anymore. That's how I try to live my everyday life. I try to just help young people. That's our future. And so if we can build them up at a young age, it's their world at that point. I just want this world to be better than what I came into. The legacy I want to leave is just to build young people and to make them stronger, mentally and physically. I'm Private Christian Souffrant. I'm a 92 Yankee Unit Supply Specialist with the Tennessee National Guard.
Sparks Computerized Car Care on West Bethel Avenue in Muncie is your complete auto service and maintenance shop in Muncie. Family owned and operated since 1990 with over 100 years of combined experience. Standard maintenance, tire service, brake repair, engine, transmission, and more. Sparks Computerized Car Care will take care of you bumper to bumper. Schedule an appointment online at sparksauto.net. That's sparksauto.net. Sparks Computerized Car Care in Muncie.
Welcome back from inside Delta High School. After a snowy night, we are watching this basketball game. Fairly chilly outside, but it's nice and cozy inside, and we're enjoying this one. A 24-23 Winchester lead over the Delta Eagles. And so far, we have seen a great first quarter by the Eagles, and then an even better second quarter by the visiting Golden Falcons. For Delta, it was controlling the ball a bit better and just having some flow on offense, being able to knock down some shots. And that's one thing that Andy Lumen mentioned pregame, was just haven't been able to knock down shots like they would have liked to. And we saw that for sure in the second quarter. The Eagles got out to a 19-8 lead, but in that second quarter, they lost 16-4. And for Winchester, it was just about taking care of the ball a little bit better. Still not great. We've seen some sloppy play from both of these teams at Winchester with the huge 12-point advantage in the second quarter, and that gave them a lead heading into the break. Coming out, start of the third quarter right now. Lanter in the corner. Good ball movement, good pass underneath, and fouled. Foul by Abigail Bamadelli sends Brooklyn Hummel to the free throw line. Just 15 seconds into this third period. So Hummel will get 2 shots. Out there for Winchester, it's Hummel at the line, Campbell, and Gina Moore down inside, and number 23, Nevaeh Lanter, to go along with Morgan Lawrence. Hummel goes 1 for 2 at the line. She gets the second half start, and she's got 3 points. Pass to the corner, Chester high arching, just short of the rim. Bamadelli's follow, no good, and Winchester looks to dip out and run. Moving it to the corner and then inside, but another turnover. And that is what the Delta defense needs to get back to, especially if their offense is going to remain this stagnant, is forcing more turnovers. 3 for Rouse, and just not able to knock down some shots. Hit some good looks if you're Delta, but unable to finish. You can hear Holly Gutierrez shouting, "Keep moving it," and that is what Winchester has done this whole game. Good hustle by Abby Rouse, forcing the jump ball. So now Delta will inbound against this 2-man full court press. Rouse to slow it down, and it falls back into a 2-3 zone. Cool. Good look inside, just too slow on the pass, and Campbell runs the other way. Hummel fumbled it down low. Some more great movement by Winchester, but the Golden Falcons with another turnover. Minute and a half into the second half. Winchester just moving at a different speed. Cool. Free throw line jumper is good. Cool gets her first bucket of the night. Lanter controlling things. Winchester just cutting a little bit harder than this beaten up Delta team. Shot no good by Lawrence, rebound Cool. But Delta just moving a step slower as they've definitely been through their fair share of injuries. Their last game, they lost 58-30 at Northeastern. That was last November 24th. They were out 2 starters in the second half, including Mayanna Pittering, who is out again tonight with that lingering injury. Three-pointer is good for Lanter. Lanter gets on the board for the first time tonight with that one. Good crossover, step back, and kick out by Rouse. Strobel fighting for position, but just throws up an air ball. Campbell coming the other way, pass ahead. Gina Moore, it looks like that was an and one. Or did they call it? No, they will give her the 2 points right there. Great finish by Gina Moore. And she will head to the free throw line with a chance at one more. Like I said, in that loss, Delta lost 2 starters. And Andy Lumen said he was pretty encouraged that they were able to fight, but their lack of depth really did not allow them to stay in the ball game, and an already short-handed roster. That was their second loss in a row. As Bamadelli misses the mid-range jumper. Another pass ahead, Ridgen, her three, it falls, she gets the bounce. As a basketball player, you call that the shooter's touch. And Andy Lumen would like to take a timeout as the three-pointer is a third consecutive three-point play as they hit a three-pointer and got one the old-fashioned way right before that one. And Winchester up 34-27 with 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. If you're Delta, you've got to get back on defense a little better. Like I said, they've just been a step slow, so didn't bat on defense and didn't bat to forcing turnovers. Their zone started so well to start the basketball game. And Winchester just finding some of the holes so far. And really, that's what's put them up so far. They've had a great couple of quarters after starting so slow. So for Delta, maybe knocking down a shot. They need one. Keep getting it in there to Paisley Cool, I think would be smart. Going inside before you go back to outside. So you can get some sort of inside-out game. And for Winchester, just keep running and take care of that basketball. And Winchester's going to be all right. Winchester, kind of the opposite from Delta, coming into this one off of a win to improve to 2-1. That was at home against Knightstown, a 73-31 win. Just a dominant effort. That was November the 30th. Not too long ago. Abby Rouse, way short on the three. What a pass! But unable to handle it was Gina Moore. A phenomenal pass by Lanter. Moore unable to corral it, and she'll come out of the ball game now as Taylor Baker comes in. Now Delta inbounding the ball. And maybe Delta should take a look at speeding things up a little bit. Although you don't want to play right into Winchester's hands. And Rouse has to continue to remain confident on her shot as she does right there. And she gets the roll. Rouse with 5. But she's got to good shot. She's just been missing a few tonight, and she's got to stay with it in order for Delta to have a chance tonight. Couple of substitutions. Gina Moore comes back in, and that is Amelia Chester into the ball game for Delta. Strobel thought about pulling up, recovered by Chester. Now Rouse, good pass inside, cool. Couldn't do anything with her right hand, so Rouse will take another three and knock it down. Rouse with 5 quick points, and it's Delta right back in it, but Campbell the other way. No one stopping her on her way to the rim. Amelia Chester, her three no good. She got an open look, but unable to finish. And on the rebound, it looks like Paisley Poole committed a foul. That's the 3rd foul on Poole and the 3rd of the second half for the Eagles. 4-point lead, just under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Winchester moving the ball around up top. Getting good movement to the corner, and that is what creates the opening underneath. And no one there to block out Campbell as she gets 2 more. Campbell with up to 14 on the night. And the lead is back up to 6 after back-to-back buckets by Campbell. Good stop and kick. Chester able to get nice and open, and she'll get 2. Chester with her first bucket since she had 1 in the 2nd quarter. Good drive by Gina Moore, unable to finish with the left hand though. So the rebound goes to Strobel. Rouse driving and kicking. Winchester doing a good job of just having bodies there, but no one there to match up with the tall Paisley Poole. Winchester, you can tell, has figured out this zone, but still able to force turnovers as Delta. Good Euro reverse, no good. And it's out on Chester. So Winchester will have the ball. Winchester with the sub. Hummel comes back in. The only senior on this basketball team, and definitely one of the leaders of it. Winchester scrapping underneath, unable to get it to go though. Chester, she'll try to get out and run. Decided against it, and Rouse gets an open 3 and she knocks it down. Her 3rd of the night. Rouse, the sophomore, playing an excellent game. And she has stepped up big time this season. And definitely tonight as she gives Delta the lead with just under a minute to go in the 3rd. That was Poole fighting for the rebound, and I think they call the foul on Taylor Baker. Good defensive rebound. And that interesting call by Holly Gutierrez going back to the 3-2 half-court zone. And it forces a turnover. Great call, but they turn it right back over. Chester, step back, 3 well short again. Chester missing some accuracy on those long 3s. 20 seconds to go in the 3rd. Shot no good by Lanter. So Delta will head the other way with 16 seconds to go and a 1-point lead in the 3rd quarter. Gutierrez making the sub as Haley Lanter, the junior, comes into the ball game. Cool. Tipped out. 5-4-3. Three-pointer, no good. And another turnover for Winchester to end the quarter. And a great little run by the Delta Eagles, led by Abby Rouse. And that makes it a 1-point Delta lead heading into the fourth quarter. You're watching Zalesky Sports. We're back to fourth quarter action. This time around, a close ball game at Delta High School as the Delta Eagles lead 39-38 over the Winchester Golden Falcons. And Winchester will start out with the basketball. It's been sloppy, but hey, it's been competitive. And Winchester going back and forth after having that bad first quarter. We had a really tight third quarter. Campbell inbounds, gets it to Lanter, who is fouled. Throws it up right as she's fouled, so she will head to the free throw line. Winchester's last game was a win at Knightstown, 73-31 to improve to 2-1 on the season. They are really just focusing on themselves and trying to get through COVID. I know each of these teams today, the start of the doubleheader was only a half because of how limited Delta was because of COVID. Holly Gutierrez said it's just tough missing out or having players miss time at just different random times. So the free throw falls for Lanter. She goes 1 for 2 at the line. All 4 of her points coming in the second half. That's another foul on Delta. And Delta with 5 fouls as compared to 1 for Winchester. Lanter taking it up in a 3-2 zone for the Delta Eagles. And Holly Gutierrez's squad is doing everything right against that 3-2 zone. As they move it around, they get it to the corner, and that stretches out the low man on the zone, leaving a wide open pass entry inside. And there's no one there to cover the backside. That's 2 points by Bama Deli. And another turnover for Winchester. The other end, Addie Chester. Good pass inside for Bama Deli. 2 more. Bama Deli with a strong start to the fourth quarter and nearing 2 minutes in. Delta with a 2-point lead. But Winchester not backing down, and like I said, they're doing, except for those possessions, they just did a little too over-aggressive. They were doing everything right against this Delta 3-2 zone. And everything wrong as Bama Deli gets open again for 2 more. Bama Deli. Great hustle player, and she's gotten 3 easy buckets right back to back to back. Three-pointer, no good, but it's Campbell there to follow, and she gets 2 more. Campbell with 16 points now. 5.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Rouse, good movement. Bamadelli thought about the shot. Rouse almost took the step back. Amelia Chester with the pass inside to Addie Chester. And she gets the right-handed runner to drop. Chester with 14. Chester had a great first quarter and has been somewhat silent as Campbell gets 2 more. And after that one, Andy Lumen would like to take a timeout. And it is a 47-47 ball game. 4:56 to go. And for Andy Lumen, he calls that timeout because his team needs to do a better job rotating on the defensive end. Winchester doing everything right, moving it around, getting it down to the corner. Like I said, moving it to the corner. It's one of the 2 low men to run out to the corner, leaving an entry pass inside where Winchester is just able to make a drop-down pass or finish an easy 2. And they've been doing a great job of it this fourth quarter. But it's on the defensive end for both teams that they really just need to improve. Delta with the basketball, tie game. Chester, great defense by Morgan Lawrence. Almost forcing the turnover. And then Campbell forces it. Moore with the left hand on the drive. And the shot won't count. Referee calls it on the floor. So Winchester will take it out underneath. That was an excellent finish, though, by Moore. Amelia Chester picked up that foul. And the fouls are now 6-1. No talking underneath and 2 points. Morgan Lawrence. That was just poor execution on the defensive end by Delta. And their play worked to perfection. They found the open woman underneath and she'll get the chance for 1 more, and she knocks it down. Lawrence with 9. She had 6 in the first half, all time in the second quarter. And they just had a big and 1 there to give Winchester a 3-point lead late. Bamadelli with another drive. And she's fouled on the shot. 4:30 to go. Bamadelli being aggressive. Gets herself a chance for 2 at the line. The Eagles looking for what would be this season their first sectional championship since 1993 on the girls' side. And for Winchester, being in the same sectional as Bamadelli does 1 for 2. Winchester has won that sectional each of the last 2 years. 2 more. Excellent entry pass, and no one is talking or moving correctly on that end for Delta. And on the other end, Campbell with a great defensive play, and she pushes it up. She'll stop and pop and take that 3 in and out. But the rebound goes right back to Winchester. We've seen good fight from both of these teams. But Winchester working that Delta defense just a little bit better. So Holly Gutierrez still would like to talk things over. But like I said, these last few years, Winchester. They have won that sectional 24 championship each of the last 4 years. And in 2019 and 2018, they went on to win semi-state championships and reach the state championship. They've been really good for about 4 to 5 years, and Andy Lumen knows it. But coming off the loss of their top scorer of all time for Holly Gutierrez, Maddie Lawrence in Randolph County, they are entering just an interesting season with everything else going on. Last year in conference play, Delta 1-6, last place in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. But the 23-4 Winchester Community Golden Falcons, 8-0 in their conference, the Tri-Eastern Conference. And this year, they'll try to repeat. And for Delta, having not played a conference game yet, at 2-2, they'll look to be just a little bit better in the conference. Campbell. That play was designed for her to hit a 3 off the inbound. She missed, but hey, you got an offensive rebound yet again. Delta's got to do a much better job blocking out if they want to have a chance in this ball game. Still a 4-point game. Cross-court pass, high arching. But no turnovers forced still. Chester applying some pressure to Moore. Lawrence drop pass. Campbell for 2. Campbell is up to 20 points. And it's a 6-point lead with 3 minutes to go. Strobel inside Bamadelli. Saw some contact, but off the side of the backboard and out the other way goes Winchester. The Lady Falcons will try to slow things down, and Delta's got to get a stop. Got to get the basketball back. Winchester finally slowing things down a little bit. And they will just look for, at this point, for the Golden Falcons, it is slow it down, and it's layups and free throws. That is all you are looking to score. Did a layup or did a free throw? No need to rush. Campbell, great catch. And an easy drive right down the lane for 2 more. No one is stopping Campbell. She's got 22. Rouse almost turns it over. Still controls, good kick. Cool. Her jumper no good. Strobel on the follow, no good. And the rebound, Riggins. And Campbell. Now it's Morgan Lawrence on the drive. And I believe they call a blocking foul, and she will head to the free throw line as Delta is in the double bonus. 1:34 to go in the 4th quarter. Lawrence, 8-point lead. Chance to push it to double digits, 1-1. She knocks down the first, and that makes it a 9-point game. In second, this win would be the 12th in 18 matchups over the last 15 years for Winchester over Delta. And another win coming off their December 4th win of last year, 95-74. It's a 10-point ball game. It's Delta not getting much to go late in the game. Rouse had a hot third quarter, but Winchester has done a good job of shutting her down here in the 4th. Minute and 15 remaining. Delta ball underneath. Like I said, free throws and layups for Winchester, but if you're Delta, you got to be looking for an easy bucket or a 3. Strobel inside. Bamadelli had a good look at it. And knocked out of bounds. It stays with the Eagles. (1 minute, 8 seconds remaining. And pass inside. Strobel after a hot first quarter. Unable to get that one to go. And under a minute to go, Winchester controls with a 10-point lead. Delta trying everything, including their ridiculously fast Addie Chester going all over the place. But Winchester, for the first time tonight, doing a good job of controlling things. And it looks like Winchester, 20 seconds left, is going to pick up their second win in a row and improve to 3-1 on the season. Delta, on the other hand, picks up what will be their third loss in a row as there's a foul with 12 seconds left. And so Morgan Lawrence will head back to the free throw line. She's got 10 points. 11 points. And she heads to the free throw line with 12 seconds. For Delta, Coach Andy Lumen can be pretty happy that his team fought hard and played well, but they just could not get much to go down the stretch, and they squandered that early lead that they picked up in the first quarter, winning 19-8. As Lawrence knocks down the free throw. Andy Lumen's got to work on the zone rotations. It was working very well for them in the first quarter, but ever since then, not much to go. As Winchester now up by 11. For Winchester, you love the win, and they played a good game, but they have got to work on taking control of the basketball a little more as Lawrence hits the second free throw to fall. And a 60-48 lead, 5 seconds Delta basketball. A good fight still down to the last seconds. Strobel not down to the floor. But 1.8 to go. From half court, three way short. And that is the final score. Winchester Community 60, Delta 48. A big win. Their second in a row for the Winchester Golden Falcons. Like I said, they improved to 3-1 on the year. They started last year at 14-0, so definitely a different year. And just like that, the Delta Eagles fall to 2-3 on the year. Each team seeing quite a few postponements. But that is now 3 straight losses for Delta. Some of the scoring leaders for Delta, you had Addie Chester, who had a strong first quarter, but not much else going after that. As she finished with 14. Abby Rouse had a great third quarter. She finishes with 11. Bama Deli had an even better fourth quarter, but that is about it for the Eagles through in the fourth quarter, as they were not able to get much to go. Sydney Strobel with 6, Paisley Toole with 4, and that'll do it. Only 5 scorers for the Delta Eagles, all 5 starters. But for the Winchester Falcons, it was the Caitlin Campbell show. She finished with 22 points, and late in that game, no one was stopping her. She had 8 fourth quarter points, and really, her along with Morgan Lawrence finishing with 13-7 in the fourth quarter. They controlled things, and they made sure Winchester was getting out of here with a win. Gina Moore had 10. Nevaeh Lanter with 4. Raiden Ridgen with 3. And the senior Brooklyn Hummel with 3 as well. So a lot of contributors, but led by Caitlin Campbell and Morgan Lawrence, 2 of the captains and players to watch for this Winchester Golden Falcons team. Up next for Winchester, it is at home against Monroe Central. That is December 5th at 7:30, the late game for Winchester and Holly Gutierrez's team. And for the Delta Eagles, it is another home game, and Zaleski Sports will again be covering that. That is December 5th at 2:30. I will be on the call as they take on New Palestine. Again, Winchester pulling out a 60-48 win over the Delta Eagles, moving to 3-1 as Delta falls to 2-3. I'm Andrew Willett. You're watching Zalesky Sports.